kids, we are going to look at the difference between our versus our. And I don't know that these are necessarily exactly homophones, although they do have a similar sound, but these are two words that I see mixed up quite often in your writing or in general. So here's the difference between the two. Our is a possessive term, like mine, yours, ours. So as we work to figure out if it's our, we would cover our and we would put the word your there. If your makes sense, our is your correct answer. As far as are, it is a form of be, like are you doing something, or oh, there you are, like you're being there, okay? Obviously, I'm not the best at explaining it, but that's okay. But you're going to cover and say were, and that's going to help us determine which one we use. So let's go ahead and get ready to practice. If you don't have this sheet already, you need to go and get it, glue it into your notebook, and then we will begin the process. Okay, so here we go. First blank, are you coming over? So we cover it up and we say, you're you coming over, or were you coming over? And of course, in this particular case, the word were makes sense, and therefore this one is are. Are you coming over to our house this weekend? And again, you can hear it probably in the way that I speak, but even though it sounds that way when we say it, when you're reading it in your head and it's your own writing, you're not going to pick up on it as easily. Okay, so are you coming over to your house this weekend, or are you coming over to were house this weekend? Okay, so your makes sense here, therefore it's O-U-R. Be careful not to write your, that's what I almost did. Okay, so here's the next one. The dogs, you're trying to jump, or the dogs were trying to jump? That's right, were, so this is A-R-E. The dogs are trying to jump your fence, or they're trying to jump were fence? Right, your fence, therefore this one is our. So the dogs are trying to jump our fence, so we need to build up. Okay, here we go. Your library is filled, or were library is filled? Which one makes sense? That's right, your. So this is our library is filled with books that you're able to be checked out. That doesn't make sense. Is filled with books that were able to be checked out. Were makes sense, so this one becomes are. Okay, let's take a look at the next one here a little more slowly. So going to lunch is your favorite time, or going to lunch is were favorite time? Go ahead and put the one in the blank that you think goes there. Okay, you should have O-U-R, because going to lunch is your favorite time makes sense, therefore it's possessive. I'm the one who enjoys the time, that's my time. Of your day, or of were day? Good, of your day. Don't let it throw you just because all the other ones had both in there and this one doesn't. So going to lunch is our favorite time of our day. Okay, let's do this one. Why you're you upset, or why you're you upset, or why were you upset? Which one makes sense? Okay, so why were you makes sense there, so we're going to put are here. You're you going to be okay, or were you going to be okay? Go ahead and put the one that makes sense. Don't put were down, you should put are. Are you going to be okay at your house later, or are you going to be okay at were house later? Which one makes sense? That's right, your makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and put our, and that is just a quick sample. And so this will be a reference page for you as you continue in your journey. What I would like for you to do is see if you can find a place, if I put this lesson on a specific page, or go into your journal somewhere with a highlighter or something and circle where you have the words are and your. See if you can get about 4 circled total, maybe 5. You don't necessarily have to do a page. Maybe it's over the course of 3 or 4 pages, just depending on how often you use those words. And I want for you to do the cover method. Cover it up and then replace it with either your or were. And if your makes sense, but you have A-R-E, then you need to switch it. And so you need to practice this within your writing. And so when you're writing, you can also be thinking of these words as well. So go in your journal, find a few of them, see how you were doing with it, Bring it on up. Show me. I look forward to seeing it. See you later.